I'll also show you how to get the most calories for the least weight and space. I call it my Life Bar because it provides over 2,400 calories and feeds you for the whole day with just one serving. I keep a 3-week stockpile in my bug-out bag for my entire family of 4. And it all cost me, well, maybe $100 and a bit of time. All the ingredients are incredibly long-lasting, so they'll keep for years in there. I'll also reveal the dehydrated chili bean soup my family and neighbors used to beg me for. A long time ago, I had decided to build my stockpile around as many tasty foods as possible without sacrificing on shelf life. This dehydrated chili bean soup is long-lasting, incredibly satisfying for your belly, and also sure to bring everyone's spirits back up in your household, even as chaos rages outside. You'll also find out how to feed yourself for a whole month just using $100 at Walmart while it's still open. The wild growing superfoods that almost nobody knows about, the ins and outs of canning both vegetables and meat safely for 20 years, how to prevent your foods from going rancid, 7 deadly canning mistakes to avoid like the plague, how to make yourself a $20 do-it-yourself food bucket better than anything on the market today, the best 50 foods to dehydrate for your food stockpile, and many other survival superfoods and lost methods for preserving them for years on end. And even all of that is but a small taste of what you'll find in this book. The Lost Superfoods holds the survival foods that kept previous generations alive through the worst times. These superfoods are a must for anybody who's serious about protecting their loved ones from famine and disease when things turn ugly in America and there's no food left anywhere. With this book on your shelf, you can banish the fears of starvation for good. And there is even more, because if you act right now, you'll also get 2 other reports for free. The first one is called An Underground Year-Round Greenhouse in Your Backyard, and it's made for people with limited space available in their backyards. Not only do you get your 3 meals a day a lot cheaper, but we get them no matter what the weather outside looks like. Rain or shine, our year-round greenhouse puts food on the table. It's a perpetual food garden hidden from sight. And it could be yours too. All it takes to build is a couple of days of leisurely work and around $200 in raw materials. It's called the year-round greenhouse because you get 2 harvests per year, and you might even get 3 or 4 depending on your local climate. I'm sure you can also see that besides being the only garden that you can really count on, the underground year-round greenhouse literally puts money in your pocket in the long run. All that while being completely invisible to outsiders or to government watchdogs. The second bonus you'll get is called Projects from 1900 that will help you in the next crisis. 100 years ago, people were a lot more self-sufficient than your average American today. They had backyard medicine gardens, smokehouses, root cellars, wells, charcoal to purify water, and traps for wild game and fish alike, just to name a few. You see, food is just one part of the survival equation. Maybe the most important one, this bonus will give you everything else you need to make it once society breaks down. A way to get water, build a shelter, secure your property against looters, and so forth. If you choose to get the Lost Superfoods right now, I'll also send you these 2 exclusive bonuses that would normally cost about $27 each for free. You'll also get direct access to our members area and our email, where you can ask our team anything about making and preserving survival foods. But first, let me ask you something. How much is you and your family's food security worth? People in Leningrad paid small fortunes, jewelry, gold, and diamonds for just a handful of crumbs. What do you think they would have given to have all of Smart Boris's foods and other superfoods found in this book before the crisis. Anything. But I don't want to get rich off of selling this book. I want to prevent as many Americans as possible from starving in the next crisis. Some friends and neighbors of mine who saw the first edition and ate some of the survival foods told me I'd be a fool to price it for less than $100. You know what? Maybe I am.
Because today you can get the Lost